Use the table to answer the questions. This time we're looking at a table, and let's see what our titles are. Across the columns, you'll notice we have blue, brown, green, hazel, and of course our total. So that must be eye color. And then on the rows, we have blonde, brown, black, and red. So that must be hair color. So let's use the numbers in here to answer these frequency questions. You'll also notice that everything is already filled in, so we don't have any missing data. All right, so number one, how many students have brown hair? So brown hair would be a row, so I'm going to come down to brown hair, and I'm going to find the total students. So I'm going to go all the way across to the end and see that there's a total of 10 students that have brown hair. So hopefully you got that one right. You should be checking your answers. Make sure you attempted this before you're getting the answers. I want to make sure you can try this on your own. How many students have green eyes? So eye color is a column. So I'm going to come over to green column, go down to the bottom. How many students have green eyes? Just 3. That must be a rare eye color. All right, number 3, how many students do not have hazel eyes? So for this one, I'm going to come over to the columns for eye color, and I see that there is a total of how many students for eye color. Well, hazel, there's 4, okay? So 4 students have hazel eyes. How can I figure out how many students don't have hazel eyes? Well, what's the total number of students? I have 22 here. So if I have 22 students that were surveyed and 4 don't have hazel eyes, how can I figure out how many don't have hazel eyes? Well, I would just do the totals, 22, and subtract the 4 kids that did, and that would give me 18. What's another way I could find this answer? Well, another way is to add up the numbers that don't have hazel. You could add 6, because there's 6 students with blue eyes, plus 9 students with brown eyes, plus 3 students with green eyes, and that will also equal 18. So you can find it 2 different ways. You can either subtract, or you could just add the 3 that are not hazel and get 18. Number 4, how many students have blonde hair and blue eyes? So we're going to come over to blonde hair, which is a row, and go over to blue eyes, which is a column, and we see that we have 4. And of those that have blue eyes, all right, so blue eyes, how many have brown hair? So come to the blue eyes column, and how many have brown hair? Right here, 1. All right, how'd you do? Hope you got them all right, and you can read a two-way table now. All right, this one, try on your own, pause the video, fill in the missing values, and then answer these questions. When you're finished, press play on the video, and we'll go over the answers. All right, so this two-way table has columns that say read or draw, so I'm assuming we ask students if they prefer to read or draw in their spare time. And then the rows are you right-handed or left-handed? All right, so number 1, fill in the missing table answers. All right, so let's start with this missing right here. I know that I have 12 students that draw and a total students of 75. So if I can figure out how much they read, I need to know that these 2 have to add up to 75. So I can do 75 minus 12, and that gives me 63. Oh, wrong spot. Goes there. All right, now I can find the total for reading, 63 plus 14. It means a total of 77 students like to read. I can find the total here, the missing value here in the center for drawing. I know 12 right-handed students like to draw. I don't know how many left-handed students want to draw, but a total of 41 kids like to draw, so I can work backwards by doing 41 minus 12. And of course, I want you using your calculator if I didn't say that earlier. So that'll be 29. So 12 plus 29 equals 41. Now I can find my total over here. I need to add my total left-handed students to get this total. This total represents the total number of left-handed kids. So 14 plus 29, and that gives me 43. And now I'm just missing the total column in the bottom right-hand corner. We can find that 2 ways. We can find it by adding 75 plus 43, and that equals 118. And I can also find it by adding my row, 77 plus 41, and I just want to do that to check, and that also equals 118, so I know I'm correct. All right, so how many students are left-handed? So I'm going to go to left-handed, which is a row, and go to the total, which would be 43. Number 3, how many students do not read but are left-handed? All right, so if you don't read, that means you must draw, and their left-handed would be 29. So draw column, left-handed row, 29. Number 4, how many students are right-handed and read? So right-handed row and read column would be 63. Number 5, how many students draw and are left-handed? So draw column, left-handed, 29. That was another way to ask question number 3. They're the same question. This one says don't read and are left-handed. This one says draw and are left-handed. So those are the same question. It's just a different way of asking it. And then number 6, of those who read, so we're looking at the read column, how many are left-handed? And that would be read column, left-handed, 14. Great job.